and welcome to this session. Today, we will be speaking about how you can continue and submit the project. We will go through the template that is available on the platform. You can download the template once you finish all the lessons. So please make sure that you finish the lessons, download the template, and start working on the template as a group, as a team. Okay, you need to be in the same like team that your teacher registered you on the platform. So make sure that you are working with your teacher as well, because you cannot upload the project on your own. Your teacher needs to upload the project on your behalf. Okay, and she cannot upload the project if one team member wasn't able to finish the lessons. So this is really important. Okay. Okay, Lama, can we start with the first slide, please? Amazing. Great. I love that you know this piece of information. We wanted to shed light on it. Okay. Lama, next slide, please.
Yes, Solange, we are in the next slide. Just give it some time for it to load.
Yeah. Perfect. So you will see that in the first slide, we have a couple of things that we have to fill. The first one is the school name. So here we have to put the school name. Now, I understand that you might be part of a group schools like JAMS, like MOE, and so on. So don't just put the group name, go and specify the name of your school. Okay, so here is the school name. Number two, we need you to write your team name. What I mean by team name, the same name that you used at the platform, you can put the same name over here. So at this stage, we don't need to see any personal information. We don't need to, we don't need you to list your names. We need you only to work in a team and to put for us your team name. Okay, perfect. Next, you have to summarize your whole idea in one sentence. Now, look at my sentence. I started by writing an AI powered companion app. So, once I started with this sentence, you expect that my solution will be an application, correct? Then I'm specifying that uses facial recognition. So what kind of AI I'm utilizing over here? I'm utilizing facial recognition. What for? To help elderly individuals with Alzheimer or dementia. And why do I need them? I need to help them in order to remember names and relationships while providing conversation support to reduce loneliness and depression. So I try to summarize everything I'm trying to do, including the solution, including the problem, and the expected outcomes. Okay, so all of this, I put it in one simple sentence. Okay, now we need to continue. We will continue with the number of team members. So here we need to write how many members in this team. Also abide by the same number that is available on the platform. If your teacher registered 4, then you have to put 4. Okay, remember, all 4 needs to finish the lessons. Okay, now we will go with the age range of a team member. So over here, I need to specify the age range. What I mean by age range, maybe we are 4 in a team. Someone is like 13, the other is 14, the other is 15. So I write 13 to 14. It means that the age range is 13 to 15. Okay? Next, I need to specify which category. You remember we started from lesson number 1, speaking about the category, and we mentioned that we have 5 categories. So here, it's very important to select the category. Now, I know that we requested this information at the beginning when your teacher was like registering you at the platform. But she can amend and update this information at any time. She can change the category at any time. Now, let me tell you how I selected my category. I went and looked what I'm trying to solve over here. Here, I'm trying to solve a problem that is tackling people with Alzheimer. So, this is a health related problem. This is why I selected health as a category. So, I go ahead and highlight it. And then also, I wrote down AI for health. Okay. Then I have a video to create. We will not cover this part today. We will cover it next time. But bear in mind that you need to create a video where you will introduce yourself as a team. You will speak, you will tell us how you selected the problem, how you will solve it, which technology you utilized, which API you utilize, and speak a little bit about your prototype. Okay. So this is where you can speak more about your full project. Now, over here, you can put it on YouTube and make it like private, or you can put it on OneDrive, or you can put it on Google Drive. It's up to you where you want to host that video. Okay. So what we need from you is a link. Once we click on the link, we need to be able to see this video. Okay. Keep it in mind. Now, for those of you who are participating from AI for Good, you need to submit a link about a link for your prototype. It could be the link for an application, it could be the link for a website, it could be a link for a video that is explaining about the website and the application, or it could be a video that is showing us the prototype. You might have a physical prototype, as we mentioned. You might have a smartwatch, you might have a smart drone, you might have a smart robot, and you build it. Then how you will share your creation with us, you need to either share it via a link and we will go through it, or you can share it as a video. Okay, so this is very important for AI for Good. Now for Tech for Good, this one, okay, please, can we stop writing on the chat and please concentrate with me? Okay, let us continue. So Tech for Good, the prototype is optional. AI for Good, the prototype is a mandate. Okay. Next, please, Lama. Uh, Student, please stop typing on the chat. Okay, Lama. Next.
Yes, I think it will load a bit from your side so much.
Okay. Okay, how to create a link, we will speak about it next time. Don't worry. Now, I will start with the first slide over here. The first slide speaks about the problem. Okay, so how I will get the problem. You remember in the first lesson, what we did in the first lesson? In the first lesson, we started speaking about a brainstorming technique called root cause analysis. You remember? Where we start, for example, by what are the common problems faced by elderly people? And here we can say they are facing memory loss, they are facing emotional depression, they are facing social isolation, they are facing declining in their physical health, they need some kind of dependency on caregivers. So these are some of the problems that they are facing. Now, let's go and deep dive onto why they are facing these problems. And we go ahead and list them. And then we go and select the one that resonates more with us. And we feel that we can do something in that regards. For me, I can do something in difficulty recognizing familiar faces. So I need to create an application with the support of AI that will support in recognizing familiar faces. Okay, so you will tell me the root cause analysis you showed us in a tree view, but now you are showing us in another view. It's fine. You can use any kind of visualization to express your ideas. Okay. But it's important for us to see how you deep dived into selecting this specific problem. Okay. And hence you are really abiding by the lessons that we are providing you. Next, please, Lama. The date is March 25, correct, Lama? The deadline date, you
Yes, the
didn't.
deadline is March 25th. The
Okay.
slide is there so much.
Okay, thank you. Now, the first slide that is talking about the problem is where we said that we utilize the root cause analysis to select the problem. And the second slide, it is empty for sure for you. But what I did over here is that I explained more, I elaborated more on that problem. In what sense? I started by saying what are the different diseases that might have the same symptoms, which is like forgetting names. And here I listed the diseases and I didn't forget to put some numbers, to put the references, and so on. So you can elaborate as much as you can on this part. Now, if you feel that you cannot express yourself in one slide, what you can do is that you can make a small video. Okay, it's up to you to express your idea more. It's fine. It's fine by us. But try to really convince us that your problem is really critical. Okay, so look at this problem. This problem, which is failing to recognize familiar faces, it could be caused by Alzheimer, dementia, Parkinson's, stroke, brain injuries, autism, and so on. So this is very important. I can see that this is a really critical problem. Okay, now the second part of this slide, I need to speak about remedies. Okay, how can I solve this problem? How can I come up with a solution? And here I can do a search in order to come up with a solution. If it is a critical problem, for sure, a lot of research were done on this one. Now you will tell me, but you are measuring me based on uniqueness. Yes, even if the solution is there, but AI concept is not there yet, and you come up with an idea related to AI, it's fine. Then it is unique because you are tweaking the solution with utilizing AI. Okay, so this is totally fine. Look at this now. So some of the remedies, for example, try to visual scan path training to train the person with this kind of problem on seeing images maybe and checking names. Some kind of preparation, brainstorming, viewing images, communication, and so on. So, from these solutions, I came to the idea that I can create an application. This application can scan the images of the people and it will give me the names. So, in this way, the person will not feel embarrassed and the AI will help them to recall the names and also to prepare the persons for any social interaction or a gathering. I will have a chatbot, and this chatbot he will use it in order to prepare. So the chatbot will ask him questions and so on. Okay, so in this sense I'm utilizing the different ideas that came from the research and I'm putting infusing AI in between. Now can we go next please, Lama, to show them how I'm taking this into the AI concept.
Can
Perfect. Yes, I can see it now. Thank you. Okay, if you have a question, put it on the Q&A and keep the chat because I'm not sure why the students are scamming the chat. Put your question in the Q&A. Perfect. Now, I need to elaborate on my artificial intelligence concept. If you remember in the second lesson, what we followed the three steps. First step was to collect data. Second step was to take the data and into an AI solution. And the final step was to take a decision or to have an outcome from the AI. Here, I need to elaborate more on each and every step. So I will say, Since my solution has to do with capturing images and AI will help in these images by recognizing the faces and give me the name. So I need to take images, maybe a video frame. Okay, so here I'm listing what are the things I'm doing. And to do this, I need maybe a mobile, tablet, or smart glasses. It's up to me and up to my solution. Okay. And here I need to link the faces with metadata, which is what we said we need to train the model. Like I will take, for example, images for my son. I will say that his name is blah, Bam. He is the relation is my son, and so on. So I'm training the model on this kind of metadata, if you want. And then to interact with this solution, since they are elderly people, they might interact using voice or using text. So I need to be prepared while building the solution to take into consideration all these aspects. Okay. And hence, I will need some kind of API like speech to text or text to speech to collect the data. Now, at this stage, it is speech to text because I'm at the collecting stage. Okay. Now, this data goes into an API from Microsoft, correct? So which APIs I'm utilizing here where I'm listing the API? So I'm using face recognition API from Microsoft to identify faces. I'm using conversational AI and specifically speech to text and text to speech because I need to communicate with the device and the device needs to communicate back with me. And also I'm generating responses. So I'm using generative AI. Remember, we spoke about generative AI. So also here I'm using generative AI. Got it? So data is collected, data goes into the right API from Microsoft, and finally I need to take the decision. So how I'm taking or creating the decision? So users see someone, which is through the face API, it will be recognized and I will be notified as a user by the name of this person. And also I'm using OpenAI, which is the technology by generative GPT technology to generate responses based on the previous information. Okay, it's very easy. Once you know and you identify the problem, then it's straightforward on creating your AI concept. Okay, let's continue, please, Lama. Lama?
Yes, yes, the slide is there. Just give
Okay.
it some time, please.
Okay, if you have any question, as I mentioned, put it in the Q&A. I will be going through the Q&A, not the chat, okay? Only the Q&A. Now, the second slide talks about action use of artificial intelligence. What does it mean? In the first slide, I explain what I'm doing. In this slide, I need to create a small video just to express the idea. Okay, if you can make the movie go on without sound, Lama, and I will be explaining. So you can use sophisticated application to create something sophisticated like this, or you can make any simple like tool, like you can create the images from designer, put it in Clipchamp as we did in lesson number 3. Or you can use any kind, maybe someone mentioned Canva can do it. Any kind of website where you can create a video, you can utilize. Okay, Lama, can you please play the video? Lama, can you hear me? Okay, so for the
Yes,
question.
Solange, the video is playing.
Okay, perfect. So as you can see in the video, while I'm creating the video, pay attention to mention which APIs you are using, pay attention to mention the problem, and so on. Okay, so be innovative in creating the videos. This is very important. Okay. Okay, let me go through the questions while we are showing you a sample. This is a sample. And here also, Look at this. It is showing like the application, the prototype is an application. Maybe we didn't create the prototype yet. This is good for tech for good, where you are not required to create the prototype, but you can have it as an image just to explain your idea, because we need to understand your solution and we need to see it in a visualization. So a video is a nice idea to express your ideas in a video. Okay. So we have a question. Can you use any app for the video or only Clip Jump? Any app you can use for creating the video. We are not restricting you to any application. Okay, if you are facing any problem for the Figma, send us an email. Lama will put for you in a bit the link for the email address where you can seek support, and we will see how we can support you. Okay, did you change the due date? It's 25th of March, and we will send, you are receiving a lot of communication from us. We will make sure that we are always including the submission date in all our emails and communication. Okay, this is another important question. Is it okay to make the video without faces? Yes, it's absolutely acceptable to have a video without any face. Can the prototype be a chatbot? Yes, you can have a prototype as a chatbot. You can couple it with an application. You can have it as a physical. It's up to you. Okay, dear. Even if you joined late, you can still see the recording. We will post it on the YouTube channel. If you are with us on the WhatsApp channel, you can see it, and we will also be sharing it on the platform. And we will try, once we finish everything, to send all the playlist with you via email. Okay, خلاص, ignore them, ignore all the chatting and focus on the Q&A, okay? Okay, what if one is 12 and the other is going to be 13? So it's fine if they are going to be 13, make it 12. Okay, for the previous lessons, now we will put for you at the end of the session, Lama will put for you the link for the YouTube, so you can go ahead and watch all the videos. You cannot use Microsoft Designer. Okay, it's fine. You can utilize Canva. It's fine. So Microsoft Designer was one of the application. Can we add images on the presentation? For sure. As you saw in my presentation, I added videos, I added images. You can add whatever you need. Create your own style. You cannot change, look how I'm doing. I'm abiding by the format, okay? So you cannot change the format, but you can add images and videos for sure. If the source slide in the PowerPoint presentation is optional, do we need to delete it? No, don't delete any slide. Keep it empty. Now we will speak about it. Now we will speak about the reference. It's very important, actually. Don't delete the reference. Okay. Now, another way of doing the video is this one. Can you play the video, Lama, please? Where I'm showing the screen recording. If you want, I'm screen recording the prototype and making it in this way. So this is helpful if you are in AI for good and you have already the prototype, so you can film it in this way. Okay, so here, and you can explain. Don't do screen recording alone. Put your voice just to explain what is happening with this prototype and how you are solving the problem using AI. Okay, next, please.
I'm showing the action use of artificial intelligence, Solange. Do you want the other slide?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. This slide is very important. In this slide, we need to share the impact. What is the impact of the solution once we release it? And this is important. Why? Because you know why. Sometimes if somebody, you will be asked to showcase, if you are one of the winners, to showcase your project. Maybe an investor liked your idea and you show him, for example, This project will benefit around 1 billion person who are elderly and are facing the same problem. Okay, so try to put numbers to reflect the importance of your solution. So here I missed this part. So I'm not sure if people will be convinced by my project. So it's better to add numbers. So for example, here I'm saying enhanced social participation. By how much? What is the percentage? Where I get the statistics? How did I mention this point? So also it's important, even if you cannot put it in the presentation itself, you can record it. Okay, you can record it. Actually, you are asked to record it as part of the full presentation. So here, for example, you can simply write words and put numbers, but while you are explaining about this project specifically, you will elaborate more and you will say, according to studies done by XY, people that elderly people, if they have such an application where it can scan images and tell them the names, they will really remove the barrier of social interaction, and hence it will improve the social participation. Okay, and so on. It will increase independency by this much. It will improve cognitive functions by this much. So it's important over here to list the advantages of your project and couple it with numbers. Okay, next, Lama, please. Okay, now this part is very important. We covered it in lesson number 4, where we spoke about ethics of AI, you remember? And we said we have 6 ethical principles. And we mentioned at that time that we need to elaborate more on how we are taking into consideration the ethical the principles, yeah, the ethical principles. So here, for example, if I'm speaking about fairness, I say we believe our AI concept is fair because by treating all users equally without bias as well, we will make sure that the client will be able to train the model on the relative, which will remove any room for bias. What I mean by this point? You recall that we said that some AI system were trained, for example, on a specific skin color, for example, on white, for example. So once someone from another region try to download the application and they utilize it, for example, on a different skin color, maybe the AI will not be able to detect, for example. Okay. Now, what we are trying to do in order to remove this kind of bias, we are saying that we will give a room for this specific person who is using this mobile to train the model on their relatives, to train the model on their friends and colleagues, so that the model will be, even if it is trained on different people, by adding this kind of information, it will improve the accuracy rate of and the performance of this AI. Okay. Another point here, privacy and security. I'm saying we believe our AI concept is secure and protect because we will be using a strong encryption. And also we are asking elderly people to log in with username and password, which will protect their information as well. Okay. Recall all the things we discussed in lesson number 4. I will not repeat them here, but I want to shed light on one important fact, that it's important to really defend your solution against the ethical principles. As much as you add, it will be an added value for you. So if you really defend it against the 6 ethical principle, it will be amazing. This is what we are expecting you to do. However, if you aren't able to reach the 6, it's totally fine. Now, you will tell me, okay, the 6, I cannot cover everything on one slide. You can make this specifically as a video, so I can play it. Okay, so you can prepare it and have it as a video. Put the video on the slide so that you are not exceeding the number of slides in the project. We don't need anyone to add slides. We don't need anyone to delete slides. We need you all to abide by the number of slides and by the titles that is written on each and every slide. I can see a lot of students are raising their hands. I really prefer that you write your question in the Q&A. I will go through them once I'm done. Okay? Okay, perfect. Lama, next. Perfect. Now, also, we have another important point, which we also covered it in lesson number 4, where we speak about cybersecurity and how we protect our solution by maybe encrypting data, by authentication. We spoke about double factor authentication and so on. Now, here, even though I'm listing them, but when it comes to a video, I need to define what I'm doing in encryption, what I will have as part of my encryption. For the authentication, you remember for the Figma, I created a page dedicated for username and password, and another page dedicated to entering a code if I'm receiving it either via a phone call or a text message. So I need to show that I'm really taking care of these points. It's not just listing them over here. It's also maybe you can add images from your prototype or you can elaborate more. But at all time, try to cover each point, maybe by as I mentioned, a small video maybe on this slide or a small animation over here, and so on. And while you are explaining in the final video, you need to elaborate more. Okay, so it's not about just listing them. You need to really convince us that you understand what you are writing over here. Okay, can we go next? Okay. Finally, the final one is about the references. I know that some of you are saying that we don't have references, but how come? When we started with the problem, we really brainstormed the problem, but we cannot brainstorm and start without going and doing some kind of research. And if we did a research, maybe we find like a piece of information from an article, from a research paper, from a book, and so on. So it's very important to cite those information. This will make your project look healthier and wealthier. Why healthy and wealthy? Healthy because it means that you did and you went the extra mile to search about the problem, to understand it, to see how many are like being affected from this problem, how to solve it, who tried to solve it before you, what were the approaches. All of these questions you need to do some kind of research. And since you are doing the research, you need to put the references. So references is important, even though we are not putting a grade or it's not part of the rubric, but it is very, very important. Okay. This is all from my side. Now I will open the floor for the questions. So please go to the Q&A and write for us the question. Yara, you said, can someone please help me? You need help in what? We don't have references. What do you mean you don't have references? For your project, you weren't able to find any references or in the slides that we shared with you? Okay, no, since this is a teamwork and we have more than one participant in the group, we are expecting everyone in the group to work. So please don't go and do the project on your own and then submit it on behalf of the group. You need to work in a group work. Okay? We need to see this aspect. Okay, I know that the references is optional, but I really emphasize on adding references. No need to add links for the sources. No, no, just list them. Just list them. Okay. Okay, the link for the previous lessons, now we will share it with you for sure. Uh, we will put it now. Lama, please let me know when you can put for them the YouTube link.
Okay.
Okay, what if we forget the username and password? This is very important question. Please send us an email, okay? And we will send you the credentials. We are ready. We are really like looking forward to support you in this regards. If you forgot the username and the password, send us an email and we will reply back to you. Also, Lema, while you are adding the link for the YouTube, for the WhatsApp, add for them the link that they can send the emails through. Okay, can we add more slides? No, you cannot. Please abide by the number of slides that is provided. Instead of adding slide, express your idea maybe in a short video. Okay, we accept to have videos on each slide. We accept it. Okay, someone is saying they cannot hear me. I guess everyone is able to hear me, correct? If you are facing any problem, like just log out and log in. Okay, yeah, you don't need to defend your project against all ethical principle, but if you did so, it will be like it will be great. Now they will be sending you the link for the YouTube for that will show you all our previous sessions so that you can, if you like, for example, missed any session, you can rewatch it. Yes, how to make an icon like the one I made it. This is stay tuned. Next session, I will be speaking about it. Yes, a lot of prizes are awaiting the winner. Go to the website and check under the winners what are the different prizes that you will get. Can I add a video in the AI? Yes, you can add a video for sure. In the slide that talks about the AI, you can add a video. What to do if the ages are different? Okay, so we have two categories. We have from 5 to 12 and we have 13 to 18, correct? So based on these categories, you have to form the groups. Don't try to form groups from different like categories. This will be critical. And let's say you form the group, okay? Check with your teacher in which category he registered you. Did he registered you in the tech for good or in the AI for good? If it is in the tech for good, then just write the age group of the tech for good, okay? Again, you are asking me if one person can do the whole project. The answer is no. We need everyone in the team to participate in the project. Yes, you are allowed to use Canva. You are allowed to use any platform that you need. Yes, you can do transition. Transition is accepted in the PowerPoint, but don't add slides, don't delete slides. You can change the font in the PowerPoint. For sure, you can change the font. The video that is part of the presentation is only focusing on telling us about your concept. The video that is at slide number 1 is to tell us the whole story from who are you as a team, what is the problem you are trying to solve, how you come up with the solution, what are the ethical principles, what are the cybersecurity. So you have to go through the whole presentation and do a video around it. Okay, what else? So for the price, please go to the website and check the prices. I asked when she said that it's okay to use the school email ID for the Figma. Amazing, cool. Yes, if you use the email, the school email, you will get a lot of free resources on Figma. Should we make a physical robot? Uh, no need to, and it depends on your solution actually. I cannot say anything in this regard. We are telling you try to come up with a solution. It's up to you which solution you will go with. Is it physical? Is it a hardware? Is it a software? It's up to you. You should submit, the deadline is March 25, okay? Yes, correct. So for the main video that I said you need to put the link, in this video you have to explain the full presentation. There, okay. You are repeating the question. Can you explain? Can you send the Lama? I guess you posted, correct? Lama, can you hear me? Did you post the link for the YouTube?
Yes, it's posted in the chat.
Okay, it's in the chat or in the Q&A?
It's in the chat, and I will post the WhatsApp channel in the Q&A right now.
Okay, what's up and the YouTube? How many videos we should create? Okay, so you should create one which will speak about the full presentation. This is mandated for everyone. Now, under the slide, explain your AI solution. You can explain it by drawing it. You can explain it by putting an image, or you can create a video. So the mandate is for creating a video that explains about everything. Okay. The additional video is for you if you cannot express yourself in just words and images. Now, for the prototype, for the category AI for Good, for the prototype, you need to dedicate a dedicated video for it because remember you have only 2 minutes to speak about the full presentation. So in this 2 minutes, you might not be able to cover the prototype fully. Okay. So for the prototype specifically, you need to create a video or share with us a link to see this prototype. Okay. Okay, if you have any question, please don't repeat the questions because we already covered them. Just watch the recording. Okay, for the resources, I'm telling you, you need to go ahead and search for the topic. Okay, so once you are searching for the topic, you are taking information from article, from book, from website. So list them, just put them, okay, under the source. Source is like resources or like the source, the references. Don't delete any slide. Okay, this is very important. Don't delete any slide. Don't add any slide. Okay, I'm feeling that you are repeating the questions. Uh, if you don't have any other question, I feel that we covered it all for today. Make sure that you really go ahead, finish all the lessons should be finished by all team members or else the teacher will not be able to upload your project. Once you finish the lessons, download the presentation that I just explained, do the presentation as a team, give it to the teacher will upload it on the system. This is very important. You cannot upload the project on the system by yourself. You need your teacher to support you. Okay? Type. Okay, I guess this is all for today. I cannot see any new questions coming. So, and the questions are only repeated questions. So, I'm not sure. Lama, can you see any question that I wasn't able to answer?
No, no questions that you weren't able to answer, Solange.
Okay, perfect. So this is all for today. We can give you more time to go and start working on your project and try to finish the lessons. This is very important. Okay, Lama. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Have a great evening.